Alright, Berkley Gulp walleye jigging again today at the river. Trophy hunting. Just a little before sunrise right now, a couple hours. Starting to turn on. I got two that nipped the tail. Now a little guy. You know, 15 and a half incher. Feels like another little guy. Good that they're turned on this morning. Some nights it's been real slow the last few days. Before that it was super hot. You know, it was 15 to 30, fishing a few hours a day. And then the last few days it was real slow. It was like 10 if I worked for it for 12 hours straight at best, you know, 5 to 10. This morning seems a little better. Oh man. A couple short strikes later, got another one on. First two were shorts, just by like 1/8 of an inch. A lot of little males lately, or probably males. They're pretty skinny. Females right now have solid guts on them. So it's mid-late fall. That one might be a little better. Might at least be a keeper size one, 15 plus, but they're being a pain in the butt this morning. They're hitting it like on a perfectly not too fast, not too slow 10 to 11 jig. You know, they won't hit it if I go slower, but they're short striking it sometimes when I go the right speed. Yeah, it's a little bit of a better one. 16 and a half. They're definitely hitting pretty soft. Not smacking it. There we go. I thought he was farther out than that. That one's probably over 15 as well. Last one was like 16 and a half. This one's probably 16. That guy tapped it kind of hard, but not very big, unfortunately. A lot of little guys lately. That one day, man, or a few days in a row, I was nailing all sorts of nice females. You know, lots of low mid 20s. That guy I know got an upper 20s right next to me. Now it's just a lot of, I don't know, a lot of smaller leftovers, it seems. There's still some big ones here for sure, though. I'm working for them. This guy feels really small. You can just tell from how they wiggle. You know, how much they like fight back and forth like this. The really tiny ones just like quiver, kind of like a rock bass. Yeah. Another one right around 15 probably. 15 and a quarter. That last one was exactly dead on 15. So I let her go. A little too close for comfort. The limit here is five that are 15 or better in this state. That's the statewide regulation. That one's a little better. It's probably 15 and a half, 16, right around there. And hate it when they just nip the tail off. They're doing it a lot today. Done it like 3 times at least. Do it a lot more when they're hitting light, but it ruins a good gulp minnow. It sucks. It's when I cast it back out without the tail, just without that very end of that little forked tail, they never seem to hit it. It's like they really key in on that part of the jig. Yep, that's a better one. That one's 16 and a half at least, I'd say. Not very fat, but a little bit longer. This one's probably, you know, like an average one. It's getting a lot below average lately. Usually they won't hit this consistent for the whole sunrise bite. Usually they'll hit for like half an hour, then stop for half an hour, and then maybe hit a little bit worse for another half hour. This has been pretty steady. So I'm getting a decent number. That one's probably like 15 and a half. Hit pretty close to me. Sun's starting to glow a little bit over the horizon. Yeah, another real little guy. That one's probably 14 and a half. Pretty rare that I see it this steady. Nice, not a hot bite, but just a nice steady bite. You know, picking up a fish every 5 casts, 10 casts, whatever. You know, there's a lot of times where you get a fish every other cast or every cast walleye fishing, but usually it doesn't last more than like half an hour or an hour for me. That one's probably right around 15. Another little guy. Well, not tiny, but you know, average one for around here, probably 16. There's one. Yeah. Yep, right around the same size again. You know, 16 or 15 and a half. Last one was like 15 3/4. Another one. It's a real consistent bite. So many little guys though. This guy's real small. 13, 14 incher. They're out a little too high on that one. Not the best hook set, but it's alright. It's not a monster. Just a little guy. Yeah, jig fell right out there. Yeah, he's probably 16, right around there. That guy, I felt it, but it was so light it felt like it was hitting a rock on the bottom. It was a really soft hit. Probably because it's just a tiny one. Tiny ones hit it not very hard. Pretty soft. Yeah, another little guy. You know, skinny 15, I'd say. Another little guy. Hit real light. Well, that might be a bass. Tiny bass, maybe? Or, yeah, a little smallmouth. Just a baby. A lot of soft bites this morning. That's I just had another one pop the hook, so that's 3 fish and 4 casts all of a sudden, picking back up. Looks like a walleye. Yep. Another 15-incher right around there. It wasn't a hot bite this morning, but it was a pretty steady bite. You know, 1 every 5 casts or 10 casts all morning, or at least a hit. A lot of them short striking or just nipping that little fork of the tail off. They do that when they bite a little slower and softer, less aggressively. Still a good number of hits this morning. You know, nothing big at all. The biggest one was probably like 16 and a half. So a lot of small fish, but still enough to get an easy limit of 15 plus. You know, they're still hitting a little bit, but I gotta go now. I gotta go help my dad. So I'm getting out of here.